Yep. Past the transom, everything looks good. Octans are stable. I'm going into auto heading. Yeah.
Control deck, we have tether all out.
Copy, tether all out.
Yeah, it's a temp sensor.
Control deck, we have Hercules pulling a little bit
You
to
won't
starboard
see anything
of center
until,
line.
Yep.
Copy that, centering up.
I'm just doing laterals right now. It seems like there's a current. Okay. Don't forget the most important part when Atlanta hits the water.
Control deck, we have Atalanta away.
Copy that. Hercules is dive, dive, dive.
Excellent.
Has the CTD been powered on yet? Okay, thank you.
This is an audio slate for dive number H2041. UTC time is 090740 and mark.
I went a little fast. Yep. Okay. Good craft.
Great. Deck, we have control.
Okay. Full speed ahead.
Are you good if I hold the ship position here? Great. Bridge control. Please hold position. Thanks.
Yeah. I was below you and then I slowed down to let her catch up and 2196, 77 minutes. Yeah. I'm giving it about 20% forward thrust too, so. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. That's a cool critter. Look at that thing
Coming
swim.
with us.
Hey, squid. Looks like a little squid.
It is definitely
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Wow. Oh, come closer. No.
Bye-bye, squid.
Bye.
Let's not get in the thruster.
No.
There he is. So cool how they swim. Just open up their parachute and okay. So it looks like you need to load. Okay. I'm good with that. Yeah, need to restart it. Oh, you're holding control or something. Had that happen to me the other day.
Oh, hey, Justin. One sec.
Okay, we slowed down a little bit. Yeah, you kick it over.
Hey, Steph. No, all good. I just wanted to check to see if you know. Uh, do you know what our first objective is once we get down there? I know the dive plan is a little out of order at this point. Okay. We have that. Yeah, that's not a problem. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I wasn't sure which one of those two we were doing first, but we definitely have time. Yeah, no worries. Roger that. Thanks, Steph.
I think we just got inked.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Looks like we got ourselves a feeding frenzy. Beautiful.
It is so stunning. ROV, are you guys okay if I do a quick intro?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Just wanted to make sure we are past all of the operational stuff first. Good morning, everybody. We are diving at the main endeavor field. This is dive H2041, and we have a laundry list of objectives to achieve at this site. I believe this site is estimated to be about 30 hours. A couple of the objectives that we are going to be working through would be deploying some new instruments, recovering an old camera, recovering a larval trap, doing our favorite activity, collecting gas tight samples. We are recovering a Maris seismometer and relocate the newly deployed sediment trap, and of course, sightsee along the way. So I am Very much looking forward to seeing some of the hydrothermal vents at this site. We are at the main Endeavour field, of course. And our first objective here is to transit to our junction box. So I believe we are full beansing it down to the seafloor right now.
Is that the technical term?
That is the term I picked up from our experts.
Full beansing it.
Full beansing it.
To beans.
Yeah, it is currently 2 a.m. local time. And again, this dive is expected to last about 30 hours, give or take. Of course, we are at the mercy of the ocean, and objectives may or may not change. And as we are descending down the water column, we are seeing a ton of critters. Earlier we saw a couple squids swimming by, and oh, there goes a squid again. And we are seeing a whole bunch of fish. I believe they are, let me just double check I know how to pronounce them.
Are they myctophits, Yuko?
I believe they are. I was just looking up the pronunciation because
Yes, always good to double check.
me and Latin names aren't. We don't vibe.
Right, I get that.
It is a dead language. So.
So yeah, we are seeing a bunch of mytophids as we descend through the water column. The common name for these fish are lanternfish.
Nice.
Ooh, look at that stick-shaped one just swimming straight down with us.
Oh yeah.
See you later.
I don't know if that's a lanternfish. My fish species IDing is not great. Always learning. I shouldn't say it's not great. I should say there's room for improvement.
That's the right attitude.
I've already learned like how to ID so many different species already.
Yeah, your ID skills must have improved so much just in the
Yeah.
last couple weeks. We're at the 2-week mark.
We are at the 2-week mark.
Wow, we made it.
We did it. Just 1 week to go.
Yeah.
And I can safely say I still love everyone on this ship.
Wow, that's excellent.
Same.
Same.
Just trailing off. Yeah.
Just kidding. Everybody's
I believe
wonderful. No, like this actually is a fantastic group. I'm very grateful to be here.
And on watch tonight, or this morning, it's hard to decide if I want to say tonight for our midnight shifts or in this morning.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No, today we are in the control van. We have Johan on navigation, Danny as one of our ROV pilots, Dan as another ROV pilot. We have Anna as our video engineer. We have Steph as our data logger, and we have AJ as our watch leader. AJ is making his way up to the control van soon. And I'm Yuko, and I am on the science communications. I should say I'm in the science communications seat. Our question box is officially open, so if you have any questions or comments you want to write in, please feel free to. And of course, an FYI to all of our viewers, we do have a couple, ooh, that was a fast critter that swam by.
Oh, I think
Oh, we got inked.
us.
We totally, oh my gosh, look at it
What
go.
if it's hanging out on our porch?
Huh, do we have porch view?
Oh, hello.
It's a squid party.
Yuko, you're about to say something.
I've totally got distracted by the squid inking.
That's fair. I think that's the goal of inking, is to distract a predator, so
Again,
it worked.
I will
Work on
make
you,
a
Bill.
terrible
Danny, are you okay if
predator.
I start moving the ship back? We're heading to this IP junction box here. So, the back of the
Yeah, let
ship.
me relocate my heading if I can.
Yeah,
I
we
got
got plenty of depth, so
inked by an octopus once,
no
like
rush.
in person.
Oh,
I was trying to, so I was scuba diving and I had my camera with me, and another diver I was with had an interaction with an octopus where it reached out its arm and, you know, like just felt the hand of the diver, and the diver didn't do anything to provoke it. It just, the octopus was curious and touched the diver. And I was like, oh, that would be so cool if the octopus wanted to touch me too. And I just like gently moved my hand toward the octopus. I didn't even touch it, but it just didn't want anything to do with me, and it inked me.
no.
I know.
Did not want anything to do with you,
It
eh?
really didn't. But it was cool. It changed colors a bunch,
Yeah,
so it was
Well,
fun. And I did get
yeah,
some
we're gonna
really
start backing
great
towards
footage of
that's
it.
cool. That's
the
still a cool
IP.
experience.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'm curious
oh,
how
we're
much
about at
ink they
500.
have. Because we just
Mm.
got inked so many times.
Right? Yeah. Is it like, do they have a refractory period?
I don't know. I'm trying to read about squid ink.
Okay.
It's such a fascinating topic, actually. What is squid
Right?
ink, and should you eat it? That's
Oh,
one of the articles.
squid ink pasta,
Okay.
you know?
It's pretty tasty.
Oh, you can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, actually, I've got a story about squid ink.
Yeah?
Yeah, so when I was in undergrad, I did an internship for a scientific artist, or an environmental artist, and she was definitely an, unique personality. And so she was having a birthday party, and she was inviting all of her, science artist friends, and she was like, all right, at this party, I want all the food to be black. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. She's like, I want it to be like we're all eating death. And I was like, all right, okay. So she sent me to, this was in New York City, so she sent me to Italy, which is this like incredible grocery store that's like Italian, and they have, it's gigantic, and they have like so many beautiful displays and like all these specialty foods. So I went to the seafood counter and I just asked the guy behind the counter for all the squid ink they had in stock. It was pretty unusual. I mean, I don't know, the party turned out, like the food was actually like not half bad. I was really doubtful. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, the squid ink definitely helped turn things black that needed to be turned black. So yeah, so yeah, we ate squid ink and we're all right. So yeah. What does your article say?
It's hard to find a good article that's not just like, should you
Clickbait.
eat it? Recipes for squid ink. I'm just curious, like, how much they produce at a time.
You might have to dive into the scientific literature for that.
Oh yeah, I'm on a
Yeah.
paper now. Production, chemistry, functions, and applications. BRB.
I always end up just diving into a paper instead.
I'll report back if I read any or
Sounds
learn
good.
anything
I
interesting.
mean, we got a lot of blue water. We're trying to hit a depth of 2,196 meters below the surface of the ocean, and we're currently at about 572 meters. Yeah, and just while we're in blue water, let me give you guys some context on why we're at Endeavour. So this is Expedition NA-161, also known as the ONC Abyss Expedition, and the Nautilus works with Ocean Networks Canada. This is our 8th year of partnership, where we are heading offshore from Vancouver Island to service our Neptune Observatory, and this observatory is basically a 800-kilometer long subsea cable that connects 5 different observatory sites, ranging from 2,000 meters all the way to 96 meters below the surface of the ocean. And each of these sites are really, really unique. We were earlier during the cruise, we were at Cascadia Basin, which is an abyssal plain, installing a new fiber optic cable. And now we are at Endeavour, and this site is within the Canadian Marine Protected Area, the first one to ever be established. It was established in 2003. And if you're just joining us, we have quite a number of objectives we are trying to achieve at the main Endeavour field here. And we are expecting to be diving for about 30 hours or so. And we are starting to get questions in. How much downtime do you have, if any at all?
Wait, so
We get downtime.
yeah, we rotate.
Legally mandated downtime.
Yeah.
we do have to take downtime.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all jobs that require a lot of focus. So if we're not well rested, then we're not going to be able to do the things that we need to do and pay attention to the precise measurements that need to be paid attention to. So yeah, we have off time.
Yeah, so we actually, just in the control van with the different jobs, we have different shifts. So the video engineer, the science communication fellow, and the navigator all have a 4-hour shift. So we are working 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And some of our other positions here, like the ROV pilots, our watch leader, and the data logger are working 12-hour shifts. So AJ, who is our watch leader for tonight, is basically nocturnal this entire cruise. I think I've only...
Same.
Oh yeah, and Steph as well, who is our data logger, is essentially nocturnal.
We are as well up here.
Yeah, that is
Night
true.
crawlers. Night crawlers and day walkers.
More like night sitters.
I have unofficially dubbed us as the late night crew, the late night show.
Late night crew.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a blood comb jelly that just zipped by onto the corner, which is actually a ctenophore, not a jellyfish.
Yeah. I love ctenophores. The red ones are really cool. There's an exhibition at the Monterey Bay Aquarium of the blood comb jellies, and you can you can see basically that they look totally dark without any sunlight coming in. But then, yeah, when they're exposed to the light from the ROVs, you can see their red color, which is really cool.
So a quick order of operation for this is the science party line that everyone is listening to. And on this line, you can basically hear both operational and us answering questions, and even our navigator communicating with the bridge to move the ship. So there is a hierarchy here for conversation on the SPL, the science party line. Operations like ROV pilots deciding where to go and what to do, and navigation, setting the coordinates, all take precedence before the science comms, which is myself, answering any questions. And pardon us if we stumble over our words a little bit, we're all just getting warmed up. So we have viewers from US, Canada, UK, Netherlands, France, and Germany tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
friend of mine just sent me some pictures of German castles and forests. Looks like an incredible spot.
I like that controller.
Oh, dinner plate jellyfish just
Yeah.
gently flow by. Swam by? Float by.
I
Oh,
So on nautiluslive.org, there are a couple different channels that you can watch. Channel 1 is the main camera on our ROV Hercules. Channel 2 is the camera on Atalanta, which is a smaller sled-like ROV that usually is piloted, sorry, not piloted, that is usually being driven. I'm trying to think of the proper verb here, being driven just on top of the Hercules. And then channel 3 is what we call the quad view. So on channel 3 you can see both the camera on Hercules and the camera on Atalanta, as well as the control van. And that quad view may change from time to time. So in the lower right screen of the quad view, we have Johan on navigation, then we have Danny in the middle on Hercules controls, and in the far back there is Dan.
And
oh.
For internet communication on the Nautilus, we use satellite. I'm not sure if there is more information I can provide you at this point in terms of our telepresence and internet communications.
Trying to.
How fast are we descending?
Oh, heavy. We're heavy. Got a 25-pound barbell in the side basket.
Mm.
When we pick things up, we gotta put weight down, so.
Hey, front row, just let me know if you want me to quiet down the chatter on SPL. I just wanted to give our viewers some context about Endeavour.
I mean, I swear you guys have been just chatting up a storm back there. I mean,
That's why I like to repeat. If you need it to be quiet, just give us a nudge.
nah, we're doing pretty good up there. You can go ahead and do your job.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Just want to make sure we're working together.
Exactly. We all got jobs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Endeavour is part of our Endeavour site is part of a mid-ocean ridge, and it's part of a actually pretty complex mid-ocean ridge system along the spreading boundary on the sea floor. So what this means is Endeavour kind of falls in that space where the Juan de Fuca and Pacific tectonic plates are moving away from each other. So there is an elaborate network of fissures, trenches, pillow lava deposits, rocky outcrops, sediment beds, and sulfide towers. So the sulfide towers are probably one of the most iconic ecosystems that we visit. It's a pretty hostile ecosystem considering superheated water up to 300 to 400 degrees Celsius spews out. And there are a ton of studies that the Neptune Observatory here supports, including plate tectonics, seismicity, volcanism, flow-through, flow-over-rough topography, plume dynamics, hydrothermal vent systems, and ecosystems. This is not the first time we've visited the Endeavour site during this cruise, but this, I believe, would be our longest dive here. And if you would like to follow along with annotations, the oceannetworks.ca, you can access the same live stream from the Hercules camera, but with annotations by our wonderful data loggers. So we have Steph at sea in the control van with us logging, but we also have data loggers on shore supporting this dive from Victoria.
Danny, are you in good shape for
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do
70
another
at
move.
165? Great. Bridge nav. Can we have a ship move 70 meters at bearing 165, please? Thank you. Oh, you cracked him out. I don't know if I've ever actually had a hot tamale.
Are we already talking snacks?
I think so. But before that, I want to shout out to the current shore support staff supporting us from Victoria, Damien, and Ed. So if you head over to oceannetworks.ca, you can see their annotations along with Steph's.
Hey, Damien and Ed.
I always bring a stash of hot tamales with me on to sea.
I just had to Google tamales to make sure I knew what it was.
You don't know what a hot tamale is?
I don't think I've actually had one.
Pass them back to her. Don't make a mess.
Thank you.
Cinnamon spice, though it's not too spicy. I don't know if they want any. Oh God. Be careful, don't post that because it might end up with Josh being like, no more food in the control van. I'm still going 32, but this thing keeps moving. Need to do some more tape on it. It's down here too low, it needs to be up here. I have a solution, but you told me no. I have a solution, but you told me no. Yeah.
I believe we're starting at the IP down here.
We're going to start at the IP.
Yeah, we'll start at the IP because we're going to do gas tights up north first, and I don't think anyone wants to land in an event field.
So are these waypoints on here correct now? Or those old legacy waypoints that are...
These are the old ones. This is our updated IP location.
Roger. Do we have an updated grotto and bars and all that, or are those all old, just on there to confuse?
It looks like...
The Bathy's accurate, though,
It
right?
looks like those are pretty good.
Roger.
Yeah, the actual vent ones that we don't have in seem like they're a little off with our bathy, but...
Hey, Dan, can we do a quick temp probe test?
Yeah, it's on. Feel your boots.
All right, I'll go check it.
If you want to, at some point you could put
Do you want me to record any of this?
Atalanta right over the IP.
Okay. Yeah, we are headed that way.
Oh,
Tell me
roger.
We'll start a little
You're
short of
already
it,
on it.
but yeah.
You can be right over it, but
Okay.
I'm not right on it, because from there we're going to go northeast.
This
right?
way.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, we're going to these guys, I believe.
Are we? Well, why are we starting at the IP then?
I guess AJ said for a landing zone, but if you guys are comfortable landing more up there.
What's the story of starting at the IP again, AJ?
He stepped
He's
out
not on
again.
comms right now.
Because, yeah, we could definitely be at least a little closer.
So which one of those is Grotto?
Grotto is here.
For sure. And what are the two to the right?
We believe those are, at least one of those is Dante.
We got 3.6 degrees on the temp probe. How's the CTD reading?
CTD is whatever that is. 2.7.
3.1.
Uh,
Perfect.
AJ, where are we going to gas state?
We're going to gas site Dante and Hulk, which is to the northeast of Grotto.
Why are we going to the IP then?
It's just where we land because there's kind of no vents there, and we can figure out the ship and get it where we need to from there. So
Well,
there's
we know where we need to be.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll start at the IP and we'll make our way.
It'll take a fucking hour to get there.
As opposed to just landing there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're happy doing that, that's fine. In the past, we've been told the IP is where we want to land. But I'm fine. Yeah.
Well, we're not landing, and we're all slicked up, ready to gas state. Get on
That's
with
true.
it.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So do you want Ada on this kind of southwest side
Yeah.
That's where we came in before, right?
already?
That's where you're going to move to anyways, right?
I guess in general, when we traverse this area, we keep Atalanta in between Grotto and Dante, we sort of move on a northeast axis.
Yeah, probably south of that a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
South more. 20 meters away from them. Probably maybe 40 meters away. Because that's gonna be our path anyways, right?
Yeah.
From the IP.
That's
So
a good spot
Yep.
right there, I think.
Okay.
What do you think, Dan, right there?
yeah, what's that target that's in there?
That's the ADCP.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
What's the ADCP?
It's an old there's no ADCP there. It's a 2017 target.
Yeah.
Okay.
X marks the spot.
At least I don't think there might be an ADCP there. I could be lying to you. Oh yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, but that's on the cable route, right?
It's sort of southeast of the cable route a little bit.
Is it south of the cable route?
Just a little, yeah.
Southeast.
Mostly east from these site layout diagrams. I can come show you if you want.
Zoom in, Johan.
Here, Danny. Show Dan. You can sort of see where the ADCP is relative to the cable route.
Okay, so ADCP is right here, Dan.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yep.
I like that.
You can kind of see it.
The map's not to scale, but it gives you sort of the distance and headings of everything from the IP, so.
Go away.
JBox 12 is the IP.
Yep.
Sorry?
JB12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the IP. So we're not landing there?
No.
Okay.
So Dan, we have their map with rough cable lay positions as well.
How far from the ADCP to the IP is it?
It should say under the ADCP there.
40 meters?
Yeah.
Let's compromise. We'll do, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, those are 70-meter oilies up to Grotto, right? And
Yeah.
bars and all that.
Delta's getting pretty high again.
I know, and Dan's not paying attention.
Horrible Atalanta pilot. Yeah, I'd say we could, at the very least, cheat to the east side of the IP. That'll save us one vessel move, 20 minutes at least.
Okay. Just add a 30 meters east of
Sure, we know it's safe out there, right?
where it'll probably be.
We've landed tool baskets and all kinds of happy stuff out there, right? Am I laying, AJ?
Sorry, I can't really hear you very well.
We've landed all kinds of stuff east of the IP, right? That's
yeah,
out
east,
in no man's
east
land.
is fine, yeah.
So we could cheat to the east without...
Yeah, I think you could cheat to the east. You could cheat to the ADCP and then make your way up the valley.
Yeah. We could do, because we're going to Dante, which is
east of Grotto.
it's not on this map.
No, it's on this one if you want this one. It's also on High Pack. It's the big red one to the right.
Yeah, we got it on our ROV nav too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's live large. We'll try and land Atalanta on the ADCP. It's out in the middle of nowhere, right?
I think so. I think it's out in a
around.
rock field. I can't really remember, but I don't think there's much there.
It's off to the south of the
Yes.
vents and everything, from what I'm seeing on this map.
Yeah.
And then it's just a northeast shot to Dante, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, so you don't want to see anything at the IP or Grotto or any of that?
I don't think so. We have 2 gas tights there, but I think those we'll take those south. I think we only have 2 to take up north, so we can leave them there for now.
Yeah. You're not. Are you pulling Atalanta now, or did you back off on your?
I'm only going 12% pull.
Roger.
I can swing my heading around and head that other direction if you want.
Nope, not while we're going.
Steph, you've got the
up and
gas
down.
tight numbers recorded from Cassie.
Um,
There's 2 on the tool basket and 2 on the porch.
I know the ones that are
I would
in
say
the
from
tool
where the
basket, and I think
ship
I've
is
got the
now, you
ones
could
on
just
the
move
porch
40
too.
meters east.
Can we get a look at the
Okay. Due east.
at the gas tights
Yeah,
on the
sure.
porch
Copy.
when you guys have a sec?
Bridge,
Yeah,
bridge
I can do
nav.
that.
Can we have a 40 meter ship move due east?
Should be the black and the purple.
Thank you. Copy.
White and black.
White and black.
White and black.
They're
Okay.
both Marvs.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay.
So
That's all you need.
yeah. So yeah, that's going to be 5 and 17.
5 and no. So, oh yeah, white and black. Yeah, 5 and 17.
Okay.
Thanks for that check.
saw a couple cool jellies as we were descending. Saw a tiburonia, which is a big red jellyfish, off in the distance just a few minutes ago.
Nice.
God dang it.
Probably not. We'll probably jump back and do
The port
the
stuff?
port changes at
Okay.
JB12. So yeah, we'll do, it'll be like, yeah, MEF North gas tight sampling 1, then port changes 2, and then if we find ourselves with time, like before they're ready to get the tool basket over, then we'll pick up the gas tights that are down at the IP, and then we
Okay.
can go south.
South, yeah.
But the problem is like we prefer to have the serial sampler with us, and that's going
Oh.
down on the tool basket.
Right, right.
So it's a
Okay.
bit of a wasted effort to just fly down there for gas sites, although I mean, it's not far, but.
Yeah. That's cool. It's nice to know these things so I can prepare some stuff ahead of time.
Sure.
For anyone that's wondering what a gas tight sampling is, it is a device that we use that is basically a sealed water sampler. So it consists of a trigger and a nozzle, and the nozzle is inserted into a hydrothermal vent. And when the trigger is pushed, it collects the water sample and seals it in a vacuum chamber so that when it is brought up back to the surface, the sample maintains all of the properties that it has when it was collected from the hydrothermal vent, so that we can analyze different components of these water samples, like minerals, biology, if any. And collecting these gas tight samples can be challenging because our ROV pilots have to maneuver the ROV into a very precise in a very precise way to insert the nozzle into the vent. We are currently just trying to reach a target depth of 2,196 meters. That is the deepest we are going today. And the first stop for this very long dive at the main endeavor field is the Dante vent, where we'll be taking a gas tight sample. Some of our other objectives for this dive requires sunlight, because we will be basically deploying some large instruments off the side of the vessel.
Why doesn't it not focus?
And if you're wondering what sort of biology we will be seeing at Endeavour, Ocean Networks Canada has an iNaturalist page where we have a lot of our observations and photos loaded, so you can go through and take a look at some of the
Stupid camera.
some of the more common critters that we see at Endeavour. And as we descend, I've already noticed quite a number of different jellies. So we saw a big red jelly, Tiburonia. We also saw a solmissus, which is the dinner plate jelly. I also saw a ctenophore called a
Bloodcomb jelly.
bloodcomb jelly. Thank you.
Woohoo.
The name eluded me for a minute there, which isn't actually a jelly, but a ctenophore. And I believe NOAA also has a wonderful benthic animal ID guide as well.
Toggle your auto head, Danny. Or turn it off for a minute. Leave it off for a minute, see what happens.
Ooh, that's interesting. Little guy.
I think AJ's probably going to want that back. I don't know. AJ.
Thanks. Oh, this is my cheat sheet. Without this, you guys know as much as I do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Figured you'd want it back.
I didn't know
That's
how I
why
got here.
that's
I
why
was
Dan
just
was
getting it out
trying
of
to
the
hang
way.
on to it, I think, take away my superpower.
Do you guys not have a copy of that?
No?
No.
There was a dive binder that I created for you guys.
Yeah, oh, I looked at that. I didn't know it was in there.
I have
Yeah,
one.
all those diagrams are in there too.
Do you guys want
Oh
one?
man, I can't believe you guys have the cheat sheet now.
Wait, we have a binder
printed
full of
them myself.
information that
Yeah.
matters?
I said
Yeah.
this on the
Steph-
first day. I was like,
Steph is
once he
giving you
gave
the
us
power.
a binder of stuff,
You guys are just throwing it away.
Dan said, oh, We don't need
I
that.
didn't know we had a binder.
Yeah,
We don't
Yeah,
need
all
that.
the maps and the
we don't
site
need
layout
no
diagrams are
maps
in
where
there.
we're going.
We just fly blind.
We got high pack.
Sonar.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of resources. Plus now we have this sweet Norbit bathymetry. It's insane. So, Steph, I've got a question for you. Now, I think Steve will be up to answer this for real.
Okay.
But if he's not, these are the Mbari maps that Mbari put together that I blew up, where all the vents are labeled. So this is Dante here,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure this is Dante here,
Okay.
because this is Grotto, and this is Grotto. So Grotto, Dante, right?
Yep.
This is Hulk.
There's a Hulk marking up here.
So that would be way up there, eh? Oh yeah, I guess we do have a label for Hulk up there. Okay. It's not, so we're gonna pass. This is like Dante as well. In that, like, see how these, it's got 2 red
Oh,
dots?
it's got 2 peaks.
And these have 2 red dots, and it's not labeled differently.
I assume Steve's going to be up for
TP,
this.
I've never heard us talk about TP. But that's got to be
There's a
somewhere.
marking there too for it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And then Crypto. And then Hulk. Okay, yeah, I guess that lines up.
Okay. You just wanted
Well, I just didn't know.
some moral support to look
Yeah,
at?
like, I didn't know if we were going to call this Hulk.
Oh,
Or like the next one up or something. 'Cause
I mean, I gotta be
don't
honest,
remember.
I'm not super familiar with this area.
The TP mark that you have, Johan's not in the right spot.
Oh no. Do you have it more on these guys? Those look like they could be something.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's like in that on that green one.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we would have. I guess you have all our like data points and stuff like that from our GIS team, right, Johan?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's like populated this.
Yeah. There's no GIS people on shift right now, so probably
That's an
Book's been
that's an
booking it on the way
accurate
down.
label.
probably
Johan.
TV.
At 25-pound weight.
I appreciate the accuracy on that.
Yeah.
Well, Steve knows this area really well, right?
Yeah, Steve knows this area
I
really well,
imagine
so
he'll
he'll come up at some point.
Be up here for the gas tights
Yeah, and if we're
We'll let him
flying up
sleep.
to Hulk,
and his
we'll
bars, baby.
get eyes on that.
I'm confident in our knowledge.
150 meters.
Dan can't keep his hands busy.
Yeah.
He's got to change something every time.
However often they come up, which is like 20 seconds or something.
We're going to be coming up on beam
No,
too in a few
it's-
minutes.
the instrument weight, its sample rate is quite low.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and track all those as best as I can. It's gonna be a little chaotic, but
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go sit at that desk and read them.
okay, cool. I thought they might be coming in like quicker than that, so 20 seconds is good. That gives me a good amount of time. Will you be reading those off like once it's on, or as we get closer to like inserting it?
I'll read them off when we're using it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Like, I'm not just gonna read them all dive when the temp probe is holstered. I don't think.
No,
that
I
makes any
know, but I
sense.
mean, like, yeah. I guess that's
Once we
where,
get the temp probe out and we're starting our temp probing, I'll
Okay,
read them
okay.
as they come out, because that's when it's of interest to us.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
No beans.
You've got the gift. The gift of data stewardship.
Got a kind of hilarious question in the chat. A question I've had for several nights now is, why are so many people wearing hats inside? Well, bedhead is a really big reason.
Starting to
Yeah,
pick up
truly, hiding my hair.
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Embrace the bedhead.
Yeah, Atalanta's heading is, or alt is holding steady at like 40-ish. Well,
And 'cause we
descending,
gotta
Yeah.
so it's
rock
locked,
the Nautilus.
but no
Brandon.
beams.
Yeah, branding.
Represent.
I don't even know if you can tell if your hair is bedheaded.
What's that?
I think your hair is so curly that, well, it's not so curly.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
that point in its length where it just decides to go full curl, full poof.
Full poo?
How long do you let it grow usually?
A little longer than this. This is when I'm like, ooh, I should get a haircut, and then it takes me about a month to actually get a haircut.
Same.
Did anyone have embarrassing
Bottom in sight.
haircuts?
What's that, Anna? You're so quiet.
No
Yeah,
beans.
you are quiet on it.
Did anyone
going
have
on there?
embarrassing haircuts?
Thanks.
We
Of
should probably
course.
stop talking because we just got to the bottom.
We
but-
lost
Oh, we got to the
DVLC.
bottom.
I'm gonna recycle it.
Oh yeah, we are on bottom.
We'll pin that conversation for next time.
Okay, great. I want to contribute to science, but I also need to know these
I know
important
you want to,
questions.
because you had Argus altitude.
Yeah.
Contributing to science and knowing these questions
And
are
you
not
had
mutually
Anna, I
Sonar.
Put 'em in the
can't,
sonar,
I can't
yeah.
hear you at all.
Huh?
So those are two
Can't hear you at all.
things.
Okay, I'll
that,
talk louder.
Well, turn yourself up on my thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off comms for a sec.
Yeah.
How's that, AJ?
Yeah, better.
Cool.
I'd seen that and gone to manual, but yeah. I was at manual. I saw the sonar and I went manual.
Yeah.
gonna do a gauge check. Nope. Click it in.
Yep. Yeah, so Dante is these two. Do you want me to restart NavEst?
Yeah, multiple times.
Okay. Sure thing.
Yeah, I can try to do the Trevor. I can try to do the Trevor thing. If this doesn't work. Nice. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. I'll mark that down in the book. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking. I went manual on on the winch, but I didn't really think to say anything about Hercules. I just like wasn't. I don't know. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Sorry, back row. We just had to sort out
That's all good.
issue with one of our instruments there. Our DVL was not playing nice.
No apologies
So
needed then.
Herc's somewhere off the seabed, and there's Dante 20, 40, 60 meters on Atalanta, we think. So we're going to do our regular bottom stuff here.
So in order to find the best gas site location, we might want Atalanta northwest of Dante so that we can approach, like our happy heading could be to the southeast so that we have access to both of the spires.
Sorry, I had SPL off and I was just talking, so I was probably running over you there.
You're very quiet for me. I don't know, man.
Sorry, I had is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Sorry, I had SPL off. We just went offline there to troubleshoot one of our instruments.
Yep.
But DVL was not playing nice for some reason. That's a really nice
Yeah,
map.
all good. I was just saying that if we positioned Atalanta northwest of Dante and our happy heading was then kind of to the southeast, then we could approach both of the spires on Dante to look for the best gas tight location.
Northeast, Roger. Before I have the bandwidth to think about that,
yep,
we're gonna come down and do our regular bottom stuff here.
Yeah, sounds great.
So I'm gonna follow you down.
White balance, DVL,
Gauges.
gauges, all that should give
Yep.
us,
White
should
balance.
need less than 5 minutes here. Give me a minute to get sorted out here. I'll try and find something purdy to look at meanwhile. It's mostly getting Atalanta all sorted, make sure we're where we think we are, and we're getting the readings we think we should be getting, and all that good stuff. Are you good for me to go on auto XY? Have you done your DVL thing?
No, we're not on DVL yet.
I wouldn't mind doing a white balance at some time.
Roger, we'll get sorted out here. You're next in line.
Thank
First nav,
you.
then video.
Okay.
Gotta know where we are before we can see where we are.
Alright,
Johan's clicking like so many buttons. I have no idea what he's doing over here.
all the buttons.
He's got lots of buttons. He's got 2 keyboards and 2 mice, if that gives you a clue.
Okay, that should be good.
That should be good. Okay, engaging auto XY. Alexa, hold station.
Want to put the gauges on the switch?
Sure. I can do that. Well, I think I can do that. Is the ROV staying where it's supposed to?
It's floating up.
Mm. That's because I neglected to push the...
What do we think that strange triangle is, Anna?
Hmm?
It's nice to have a white background for a white balance.
What do you think that triangle is?
What triangle?
It's not, it's in cinema.
I don't know. The ghost?
Sweet.
Ocean ghost.
Triforce.
Yeah.
What you talking, Willis?
I don't know, there was this weird little triangle.
Yeah, it was like quite
Temperature.
defined lines.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. Whatever you call these floating things.
These what?
Like these like floating guys.
Very so.
You know, the more living ones.
The more living ones.
I don't know.
Oh,
Might
I wish
never know.
I'd seen it.
Maybe they'll still be there.
Where is Mitch Alt?
How do I wake Steve up? What's the best way?
Send Doug to fetch
yeah, I'd say
him?
go to-
Wake up Fabio too?
Yeah, scientists, we need you.
Huh?
I said, scientists, we need
I
you.
know. Well, he's gonna want to choose the gas tight spot. I'll go get him.
Okay.
Sure. Thanks, Yuko. He won't be as grumpy if it's Yuko.
You and Steve got beef.
What's that?
Said you and Steve got beef.
Steve and I have a love-hate relationship.
Oh, no.
Because you wake him up in the middle of the night.
No.
Hey,
90% love, 10% hate, nothing in between.
Johan,
Sounds healthy.
have you figured out where we are
Super
yet?
healthy.
What's
Yeah.
that on?
Yeah,
Oh.
Jake's just writing down,
Okay.
we get a baseline when we get on the seabed, so we have quite a few parameters to
Gauge
record.
checks complete.
It's more than just gauges. All right, you want to put the minute out there for
Yes.
longitude or white
yeah.
balance action?
Yes, please.
Okay, just white balance on that white stuff there.
if it is in fact white, which we won't know until we white balance.
Those PID loops are all wonky still. You recall what the default ones are, Jake?
No.
Can I have some light, please?
We usually have the downlights off for this, so
Well, my iris is all the way open here, so I need a little bit of light.
swing the ROV, the arm out away. What do I got here?
I think we usually, don't we usually have downlights on?
I thought off, but whatever.
That's good.
Thanks, Yuko.
Whatever boats your float.
All right.
Yeah, you can have some.
Thank you, thank you.
Already offered.
Okay, camera's gonna go dark for a second.
Roger.
Roger.
Alright. And we're
Okay.
all set. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazingly fast.
Well,
Hey, I just whacked the PID loops in half, and look, Herc's not porpoising anymore. 1,000 and 2,000 on the
Nice.
X and Y. Heading right now is cranked way up to like 4,000 and 6,000, but
Yeah, that
typically,
should be slow. Too slow, right?
huh? I don't know why it's up there. Typically, proportionals have the derivative, just place to start. Is that right?
Yeah, or the other way around. I don't know. I forget.
Yeah, don't you? We're all engineers here. Your typical PID loop, one's typically half the other for starting.
PID tuning is black magic.
Totally, but there's a baseline, and usually one.
I haven't tuned one in
And
years,
the integral's
so
usually
don't
small.
ask me.
Integral is usually 0 for our purposes.
So you start with proportional at 1 and derivative at 0.5?
Is that? Yeah?
I don't know.
Google that stuff.
Okay.
Put your engineer hat on. Okay. Are we rock till you drop?
I am ready.
Rock, never stop.
Oh, your derivative is your rate of change, or proportional is
Linear.
The error.
based off the error, and then your integral is your like offset
Yeah, like a
From
steady
time.
drift.
Yeah.
over time.
But basic starting points there.
So,
Okay.
AJ, you mentioned you think Atalanta on the northwest would be ideal?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
We're
That'll
going to go north anyways.
That'll depend on which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah, if there's a reason not to, I understand that, but from a purely operations standpoint, or like a macro standpoint, that's where we would prefer to have Atalanta.
Roger. Well, let me see where we are in the zoo here. I got a sonar target several meters in front of me, so let's have a look, see. And at this time of day, it's going to depend on which way the wind is blowing, but we're basically here at Dante.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Roger.
If you are tuning into the live feed and you're having issue with the video, please write into the question box with where you are viewing the live stream from, whether it's nautiluslive.org or on YouTube. Thank you.
Let's try 20 meters north there.
Copy. Bridge nav, 20 due north, please. Thank you.
So Atalanta's just lighting up the top of them there at 17 meters above me, so but I can't quite reach there, and I'm obviously in the smoke here. Come back down. Atalanta's looking 015, plus or minus some offset on its compass. So. But if I line Herc up, oh yeah, Atalanta's looking. Yeah, so I would say Atalanta's more like 030-ish. The offset to the left at the moment. The north should keep us west of that thing. Come back down out of the smoke here. I came up quite a bit. Play with our trims a little. So I slid to the south to come back down and back in here.
If you're watching the live stream from nautiluslive.org or YouTube and are having trouble with the stream being interrupted, there is an alternative stream on oceannetworks.ca that you can tune into. The Ocean Networks stream only shows the Hercules camera, so you will not be getting the quad view or the Atalanta cam.
I can come down a bit, Jig, just to light up the structure in Atalanta. I'll stay below the smoke.
Yeah, I got it.
Roger. I think we're going to want to do a gas tape below the big plume there anyways, yeah.
Thank you to the viewers letting us know which feeds were being interrupted. I have
Come down
notified
a couple more meters and look
Coming
to your
down.
left. Get down below the
equipment
smoke.
channels. So hopefully we'll get that fixed soon for you.
Zoom in just a bit and iris down just a bit for me. Only have, what layers do I have on? Yeah. That was 20, was it? Ship still moving, or
The ship is set. It looks like Ada's just starting.
Atalanta's just starting? Right. See if I can zero my Z bias here. It hurt to hold. Am I 5 meters away? You can stay down there, Jake, as long
Stand
as
down.
so there's smacking you a little bit, but it's not hitting you, is it?
Nope.
Well, it does appear that the current's, I don't know, is it going to the south today? Hard to say. Seems to be going up. That's quite a fair move to get to the north, AJ. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 meters.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. We got to get onto Hulk after this anyway, so we're going to have to get there.
Roger.
I think we might as well get comfortable.
Zoom in there on it.
Yeah. Hulk's about 120 meters northeast. That's after this, but
Right.
Wow.
Is that full zoom, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm still, so I'm 2.5 meters away. No. Why'd you do that? I'm gonna play with that heading PID now. is our max velocities on the changes, right? That seemed to make it worse. No, that seemed to make it better.
Do you guys have a sense for how high off bottom you are?
14 meters.
Okay.
We're waiting for the Atalanta move. We're going to keep moving the vessel north. It
Yep.
looks like that'll clear between the two there. It'll take us a little close, but that's okay.
Yep. No, that all sounds good. I was just curious how high up these flange pools were.
I'm playing around with some PID loops here while we're waiting, and see the PID loop looks like it
Which
pulls in.
PID for auto depth? Or?
All of them. So I got the auto depth is pretty good there, but you see Herc's heading is still wagging his tail.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But we have two parameters to play with here, PID loops and then the max velocity and the step value. What do you get, Jake? Half? Derivatives half or double?
I would start with a small derivative and slowly raise it.
Roger. So crank the, just whack it.
And then
I think P you're most comfortable having P as the highest.
Yeah.
yeah, normally you tune your P first, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it to a point where it oscillates, but not too much.
It was oscillating there. So these should be like half. The depth's actually pretty good there, but so I'm gonna try and do if I tell it to go starboard 1 degree, 2 degrees.
That vent's like a fish elevator.
I'm gonna do this because that totally blows.
A nice warm bath. A nice warm bath.
Yeah, only up.
A tepid tub, or what to say.
Doesn't seem to be.
Maybe a little more than
Oops,
tepid.
wrong button.
Toasty, no. What's hotter than toasty, but like uncomfortable?
I hit the wrong button there, my bad.
So Steve, this is 15 meters off bottom, 1.5.
I would say Ada's pretty settled.
Okay, good for another 20.
Yeah, you should note the heights. We should measure these to see if they're growing or not.
I've been taking stills.
So that's
I
the,
did make a note when we were.
at the base.
Bridge,
Go
bridge
wide for a
nav.
second.
Yeah.
20 due north,
I
please.
don't think we were ever at the base. I just noted that we were 14 meters off bottom.
Thank you.
Yeah, it should be on the.
I mean, I can start tracking those things. I didn't know what you needed.
It's on your top screen, isn't it? It's
The
being,
depth?
Yeah, it's there in the yellow on the right,
That's no good.
where it says 15 meters.
so you can just
Oh,
say
okay.
how much you rose over that period.
I'll also have the photos, which will have corresponding telemetry on the stills.
We will, but we.
I don't know, don't we? Or is that only for photogrammetry that it does that?
You mean the time-wise lining up with position? I guess.
Well, yeah,
It's complicated.
I guess we have Herc's telemetry as a deliverable, so
But it's a pain. It's a bunch of work.
How
You're not
often do you
willing
want
to do the
depth
work,
and
eh?
stuff like that tracked?
What's that?
How often do you want that tracked, like depth?
Just when we get to the top,
Okay.
say, oh, this one looked like it was approximately.
Okay.
Zoom in a bit
Will
there
do.
on it.
Oh, cool.
we're not going up to the top yet. We're waiting for Atalanta to move.
That's good. Good.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my brain to
Your brain to move.
move.
We're Oh, my brain moves.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah.
For the still cam that you're doing, that's cinema cam footage,
So
right?
in just
Yeah.
touch.
Okay.
Lower. Wide field camera array
Zoom in just
lower.
a touch, please.
Okay, thank you.
Good, perfect. Hold that, thanks.
It's a nice photo. Ka-chink. Is this shift change already? Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Or when your brain has turned to mush.
Yeah,
Fun,
or
right?
that one.
Steve, if you want to still, you can just take one by pressing here. And you can adjust the focus by turning this knob.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the color seems a little off too.
Oh, I was trying to match it against this. So
Yeah, the Zeus seems to capture those reds a lot better.
well, I can try to
Let's
fix
see what
that.
tint.
Tint.
Maybe we have too many controls here. We can only make them worse.
That's a bit better for red, eh? See now, the red there.
Yeah, it should be. It's blood red, right? They have blood.
Wow.
Dark.
Like, how's that better? That's even more red. Tint is at 70.
I guess we're just zoomed in better with the flange pool there.
Yeah, we're zoomed. She zoomed way in there to get some epic video.
I definitely like this flange pool kind of setup a lot better than full-on black smoker, which fries thermocouples somehow.
Greedy scientists fry thermocouples.
Greedies. I didn't fry anything.
Go in just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Cooked it.
We'll show
not
you.
Not you. I'm talking to Steve. I'm giving Steve grief at the beginning of the show. Greedy video people zooming in. That's a good shot there. If you zoom in more, I won't be able to keep
show
it
you a real
steady.
Okay. Do you want me to zoom out a tiny bit?
No, that's all right there.
Jebedized.
I can get the ROV a lot
doctored.
closer.
It's a jump probe.
Jebedized probe works like.
It's written on here as Frankenstein Hercules temperature probe, but I don't like that.
No, neither do I. This Frankenstein thing is just too far. This is art, not science.
Frankenstein was art.
Yeah, Steve.
Who here has actually read Frankenstein?
Not me.
How many times?
I've watched Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
But read the book by Mary Shelley.
Yeah, I read it.
Did you?
Yeah, we had to read it in grade 10.
It's not that easy to read. It's like it's kind of like it's old. It's really old.
Yeah, I don't remember enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not an enjoyable read.
But I
It's
was
not.
like, I don't know, 15 or something. So.
But
Thanks,
she wrote this great book.
Yeah.
With great ideas, like the whole concept.
And it's funny how many people think that Frankenstein is the monster.
Easy.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the doctor.
I do know that part.
Well, that one's even in Young Frankenstein.
So really, we should call it Jeb Frankenstein, not the probe.
So what's this temp probe called?
Jebenstein.
Jebenstein.
I think we should jebedize it.
Do you want me to?
Jebedized or Jeb doctored or make it. Can't be J probe.
The J probe?
No.
Jemp.
I like jump.
Jump probe.
Here we are looking at one of the most fascinating things, and we're
talking about
nattering on about.
Yeah. What are we
It
looking
must be
at
my
here,
fault.
Steve? What am I looking
tell us
at?
what we're looking at.
What kind of animals?
Oh, I don't know what kind of animals.
No,
Lots
you're
of
not
them.
a biologist.
I think we have this in one of our C-tube annotations.
But these are the classic two berms. The
What's happening with the
Regia
flange pull here? Why is the lake upside down?
why is the lake
Sese?
upside
I don't
down?
know.
Or what kind
Well,
of what water is in there?
it's
What's it
gravity.
full of?
So you want that story? Okay,
Yeah.
that one.
Why is it defined?
Pull it out of the back of my head here again. Yeah. So we have really hot water
Keep an eye on me.
kind of seeping out from the root of that flange, and it's really hot, meaning that it's a lot less dense than the water that's around it, and it just sort of attaches itself, so it sort of floats on top of it, and
It's less dense or more dense?
it's less dense.
But it looks like thicker. It looks like liquid mercury.
Above it, so you got an interface between this less dense, really hot water, and you can see the smoke coming out of the sides there a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that smoke's coming from the flange itself, but and the really cold water, and there's not much currents unless we make them here. Basically, we're the current maker in this particular environment, and so you have a very sharp interface, and you get a direct refraction of light, so you get a mirror effect. So I believe that's Snell's law.
Snell?
Snell, yeah.
That's cool. I was actually wondering what effects cause these flange pools. I don't think I'd gotten a good look at them before this cruise, actually.
No, you wouldn't have.
That's a really good image on the main Zeus cam there.
Yeah, this one looks like a little bit disturbed. Sometimes they're like really.
It's nice when they're disturbed though for video because you see the ripples, right?
Oh.
Right. Well, the less mixing that occurs, the better it looks. Then you get this sort of reduced gravity effect, so you get these little waves that move slower. So this is actually work. The theories behind this are stuff that I did for my thesis. So this is like internal waves work this way. You get a very two different density of fluids, and it's you build waves between the two of them, and they are much slower moving because the density difference is not that big as it is between air and water.
Right.
So surface waves are
camera just a little for me, please.
really, air is really light. You make it heavier, they just move really slower. If you had heavier air, for instance.
Heavier air. Interesting. Where'd you do your PhD?
UBC. Well, actually at iOS, I was there the whole time. Institute of Ocean Sciences. I mean, I was there for the course, year and a half at UBC, and then sailed over.
You sailed over from Tons?
Sailed over from UBC.
Oh.
Not quite from Tons. Yeah, Tierra del Fuego was pretty tough.
Yeah, exactly.